What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? My name is BJ Mighty, and yesterday on my Instagram story, I asked two questions. I asked if my followers wanted to learn 5 mistakes new business owners make that causes them to fail, or 5 reasons why you should start an e-commerce business. And 97% of the people that voted said they wanted to learn 5 mistakes new business owners make that causes them to fail. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So the first reason, or the number one mistake that new business owners make that cause their business to fail, new entrepreneurs, is that they come into the business with a lot of baggage from wherever they were coming from. A lot of people come into the space with the mindset of, because they cannot do something, that it is not possible to be done. No, when you come into the e-commerce space, or when you become an entrepreneur, the first thing you have to know is that you have to believe that nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible is the mindset that you want to always have in your head. There is nothing that cannot be done. There is nothing that cannot be done. Let it ring, 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 ring in your head every day. There is nothing that cannot be done. So when you have that mindset, you will push to achieve whatever you want to achieve in your space. That's the number one mindset you must have. The second mistake that a lot of people make is that they underestimate the duty or the role of an entrepreneur. The role of an entrepreneur is not fully spelled out. You have to get into the space and adjust to how it fits your specific business, So you cannot come into the space, for example, thinking that you just want to be an entrepreneur. No, you cannot just be an entrepreneur. The role of an entrepreneur is not spelled out inside of entrepreneur, just like that. The role of an entrepreneur is wide, is bigger than that. So meaning that when you are an entrepreneur, you are not just the CEO, you are also the accountant, you are the content manager, you are the social media manager, you are the content writer, you are the graphic designer, you are the logistic guy, you are the customer care guy, you are the whatever role that you play in your business. This is usually a role that is meant for one specific person. But you, as a one-man business, for example, now, you are starting small. You have to do this all by yourself. So don't just come into the space thinking that you're just going to be a CEO. Like, the role of a CEO involve all those things that I mentioned. So this is how you're going to do it in your first years until you scale up, and then you can now start employing people and delegating maybe virtual assistants or something like that. So the third mistake that I see a lot of people make, a lot of new entrepreneurs make when they come into the space, is that they don't do their research properly. They either don't do their research, or they didn't do it properly. They didn't cover all the grounds that they are supposed to cover. So when you become an entrepreneur, you have to make sure that you do your research before you go into any kind of business. Before you go into any kind of venture, you must make sure that you not only research your audience, you research the market that you are, you research your competition in that space, you research the supply chain, you research the what makes what happen in your industry. Excuse me. You have to research all of that. You have to research what makes what happen, so that you are not caught by surprise if anything happens or if anything goes wrong. So this is the third mistake that a lot of people make. A lot of entrepreneurs make. They don't do their research properly. Another mistake I see new entrepreneurs make is that they celebrate too early. You cannot celebrate too early. See, I don't know where you are coming from. Maybe you are coming from the place where you never seen money before, or you never really. Okay, I don't know how that's going to sound, but I understand that a lot of us are coming from a bad place. We're coming from a different place, and the fact that we've never seen so much money before, it can be really, really intimidating, and it can really change our psyche within a very short period of time. So you want to also not you want to be a very conscious person. Every decision that you make has to be made consciously. So you don't want to celebrate too early. You don't want to start buying a Lambo in your first year in business. I don't care how much money you make. You don't want to buy a Lambo in your first year in business. If you are able to make enough money to buy a Lambo in your first year, what you should do is reinvest that money back in the business before you buy a Lambo. Don't celebrate too early. Don't don't feel like you've made so much money. The next thing is to party. The next thing is to start traveling around the world. When you start making money in your first year, you want to reinvest the money back into the business. And not just that, you want to make sure that you work twice as hard, because when you reinvest money back into the business, At some point, you will need to expand the business. You will need to expand. You will need to do things. You will need to start work. You need to start working with other people. So because of that, you learn new things. So you'll be working overtime in your first year. So in your first year, you want to make sure that you don't celebrate too early. You don't start buying Lambo and believe that this money is not going to stop flowing. No, it will stop flowing if you are not conscious. If you don't reinvest money back in the business. So the mistake that I see a lot of new entrepreneurs make is that they celebrate too early, and that is what causes them to fail. Now, the last mistake that I see a lot of new entrepreneurs make that causes them to fail is they underestimate the power of a good customer service. See, I don't care if your product or your service is the best thing since bread and butter or since cookie, since what else are people crazy about? Okay, I don't care what you are dealing with. I don't care what you sell. If your customer service is bad, it's only a matter of time before people find an alternative. It's as simple as that. So never ever be disloyal or disrespect the people that pay you, that put food on your table. That is. You want to have customer loyalty program. You want to have a way that you give back to your customers. You want to have a way that you retain them. Customer retention, very, very, very important. So don't play with your customer. So the one mistake that I see a lot of new entrepreneurs make is that they don't have enough data that they don't collect data enough to explain to them that it is better for them to keep a good relationship with a customer that has already bought from them. They don't realize that it's easier to do that than to go and look for new customers. Yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is, it is easier to keep one customer, than to go and look for new customers, because that costs you money, costs you energy, costs you everything. But this one that you've already gotten, if you are able to keep them and retain them, they will continue to pay you and pay you and pay you and pay you and pay you until you don't want them to pay you no more. And that means screwing up again. So, guys, these are the 5 mistakes that I see new entrepreneurs make, or these are the mistakes that somehow I've been able to work around in the course of my business. So, guys, before I step out of here, this is my motivational quote for today. Keep trying. Keep trying. Never stop trying. That's it. So, thank you for watching my video. I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And get used to my slogan, intelligence and ruggedness. Peace out, y'all.